Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of Generation Wrestling Podcast. As always, it's yours truly, the 29-year-old piece of gold, the franchise, aka the showstopper, better known as the GOW's resident tribal chief. And with me, as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. He is the flyest in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, K Breezy, aka EC's resident Isaac Hayes, King Tuco in the building, bro. What's going on?
Nothing much. Wifey over here being over here looking at wrestling with me and chilling and stuff, and we sitting up here laughing and just sitting here, man, having a nice little moment while the kids is downtown enjoying themselves watching this Monday Night Raw. I worked all day. I couldn't work there and do the show at the same time. That would have been a lot. But no, other than that, man, we just sitting here chilling, doing what we do. Yeah, we getting ready to sit here and talk to the people, man. What's up with y'all, man? What's good?
Hey, man, that putz from Pittsburgh. Corey Graves been taking shots at the city all night long.
Man,
I don't like
hey,
it, cold. I don't like it.
I don't like it either, man. But that's Oh, I'll say, yeah, he is kind of loud. Yeah, I didn't like Corey shitting on the city. Even the wifey was like, hey. she didn't have to say something a few times. Like, like, you need to watch your mouth there, boy. What's up, mama?
What's going on, my? Yeah, boy. Hey, this man has taken every single opportunity to throw shots at the sports teams. LeBron, the mistake by the lake. I like, all right,
everything, like
right,
everything.
You know what's funny?
Damn,
you know what's fucked up though? It was
what's up?
It was kind of funny. I felt guilty.
I feel guilty.
Hey, he said we hold on to everybody that leave us, and I started rolling because they announced Bob Ziegler from Hollywood, Florida. Like, damn, they ain't even trying to pretend like my dude was Cleveland today.
And they normally do, but I see they gave them the last two matches on the show though. But you see they gave them the last two matches. Our last two matches is Dolph Ziggler and The Miz. Like, yeah, like yeah. I was kind of mad because I thought the United States Championship match would end the show. I felt that should you don't have your big title, man. You got only one title match. But put the shit on as the main event.
But let me tell you that in my mind, I feel like that means that something big about to happen because it's like you kept showing this damn car all throughout the night. You put your title match on earlier in the night. I'm like, all right, I know you ain't just about to end with The Miz and AJ Styles. Nah, I'm AJ Styles, yes. The Miz, I'm holding out hope for something to happen.
Yeah, yeah. We still got a little time. We still got 10 minutes, man. But other than that, man, we gonna talk with the people, man. But bro, I'm not gonna lie. I really hope the conversation with USA Network to lower the show. What up, man? I'm really hoping that the conversation is moving into the good direction to where, yeah, man, we need to drop this last hour. Like at least make it 2 hours and 20 minutes. Like I said, man,
you 3 hours
yeah, do the 220. Do 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I think you can kind of make it fit better. Mr. Johnson, what's going on? I think you can maybe make it fit better. If not, just go to the 2 hours, but make it come on at 9, like 9 to 11. Like, don't do the 8 o'clock no more. Go back to that 9 o'clock time frame that y'all used to go to, where it was 9 to 11, where we got our war zone at 10 o'clock and everything went off. I wouldn't mind if Triple H were like, yo, we going back to 10 o'clock war zone. Yeah. Oh shit, let's go. Because I know what Warzone brought, but I don't expect exactly what that was because we're still in a different time. But I do. I think 2 hours, maybe 2:15, 2:20, especially when you want to put on a good match. Like some shows, I think you can end it with the 2 hours, but it's like, all right, you can finesse it away. You can do it in the right way. But I just feel like 3 full hours, obviously, is no longer a thing. You don't need it, like especially when you putting on 3.5, 4 hour pay-per-views. For the most part, you really don't need a 3 hour Monday Night Raw. It never. That's part of the reason why the ratings always suck for
it. And the thing is too, you was able to get away with it before NXT existed, because you didn't have as much content. Now, like you said, you got You got Raw, 3 hours already. You got NXT, which is 2 hours. You got SmackDown, which is 2 hours. You know,
Yeah.
that alone, that's just on the WWE side of things. That's 7 hours of wrestling. Not to mention, you add in at least another 3 hours, maybe 4.5, depending on the pay per view. So now you're talking anywhere from just 12 hours of WWE programming. And then you got to think about the other shit that people watching, the AEWs, because that's another 3 hours of television without, you know, and that's not even including Dark and all the other shit, Elevation. Then you got Impact, so it's a lot going on. So I think the 2 hours is definitely a sweet spot because what do we say about Monday Night Raw? You know, man, once you get past that second hour, it's like you kind of go on autopilot, bro. It's like you don't
I'm
really
not
care.
gonna lie, like this second hour kind of, I mean this third hour, like the Dolph Ziggler, like that match should have happened earlier in the show.
Yeah,
Like you could have pushed some stuff down. They didn't have to do that, but or you could have did another women's tournament match for the tag team championships,
I thought they
which
were going to go that route. I thought that was going to happen.
I'm glad they finally brought something to it. But and this is why I say I'm glad that they brought EO and Dakota and Bailey back, and they're on Raw because that and but you got people from both shows. You even got people from NXT.
NXT, yeah,
It's like okay, wait a minute. Zoe's got a women's champ. Like all right, Triple H. Now you kind of doing some bench shit here.
yeah.
This girl's got a #1 contendership against against Mandy Rose. So I'm not really expecting. I don't even have no expectation for her to win unless you telling me you finna bring her up right now, which I'm not. I don't think she's ready for that yet.
Not yet.
Especially when you already got so many other women right now that you can really focus on and push them forward.
Yeah.
But this is where I am okay with if they decide to come back with the with Naomi and Sasha Banks,
Yeah.
then it may be good for SmackDown to have them on the other show. As
Well,
we got Ciampa who just pulled the referee out the ring as AJ Styles hit the phenomenal forearm on Miz, but
and,
broke up the 3 count.
and the thing I like about the this women's tournament too is obviously they're going to go with the original vision that Bailey and Sasha said when they first introduced the titles was, which we all thought one set of titles and you go across all 3 brands because you didn't have enough women to begin with on just SmackDown and Raw to go back and forth, and then to have NXT had their own division. It's like, bruh, no, you could use this and you could elevate all 3 women's divisions at the same time. I mean, because everybody can't go for a women's world championship. It ain't like they got other secondary women's mid-card titles. So
Exactly. You need them.
Yeah, so this makes sense. And then on top of that, too, this gives some of the women in NXT who you want to bring up, who aren't the Io Shirai's, who aren't the Dakota Kai's and stuff like that. This gives them some exposure on the main roster without technically being on the main roster. And so, you're able to kind of have those fresh matchups and call-ups and stuff like that. But the thing that kind of confused me was Dakota Kai and Aaliyah. I'm like, well, I'm not Dakota, Raquel Gonzalez and Aaliyah. I'm like, why the fuck did they put them 2 together? Oh, my God.
Because Gonzalez is way over and Aaliyah needs some credibility. And they can't do Dakota Kai and Gonzalez because Kai is in a tag with Io. They're on a whole different thing.
Too cold.
Ooh, as we got a chair shot to AJ Styles, but the Miz tried to get the counter, but he AJ Styles kicked out. That was a hell of a chair shot, though.
Hell yeah, right there on the face. I got a question. So we're on the second full week of Triple H being in control. Somebody put it best on Twitter, and I want to kind of reiterate it and get your thoughts on it. They say Triple H is doing a great job at the subtle takeover. Like you can see his imprint on it, but he's not going out of his way to just drastically change it. But you can tell incrementally, show by show, things are drastically getting better. But it's subtle. It's subtle. Do
I agree
you
with
share
that.
that same sentiment? Do you feel like the product is, even in the 2 weeks, it's getting a lot better, even though it might not be the direct, drastic change people maybe are anticipating?
Where I again, what have we been saying? We got to give him time, because it's going to take time for him to weave out some of those other things. And week by week, we're seeing little things and little subtle things change. So by the time we get to the Royal Rumble, I think we'll actually have a flushed out WWE as far as what they want to do, who they want to push, you know, the type of opportunity that people are going to get. As AJ Styles hit the Styles Clash on Miz and got the victory.
Big
What's
win,
good with you, Leo, man? What's good, Leo? But now we got 2 minutes left. Something looks a little fishy. Ciampa got put through the table, so he ain't getting up. We're trying to see
Hey,
who's about to.
Corey Graves did make a do-it-yourself reference earlier, and you know what that is, DIY. And Ciampa did hit a Gargano finisher earlier, if you paid attention.
Look at that. Oh, hold on, wait a minute.
As we got the
Hold
phenomenal
on, dude. Do you look at the bottom of the screen, man? You see the cop?
hold on, I'm looking. The bottom of the screen.
You see it where like look at like where the in the
Yeah,
background in the crowd.
yeah. Oh shit.
Is that Dexter Loomis?
Hold on, is that?
That was Dexter Loomis. That was Dexter Loomis.
Really? Hold on.
He's from NXT.
Hold on. They bringing Dex back?
He got let go. He got let go. He got let go.
That is Dexter Loomis. Hell no. Okay. Okay. What the hell?
What I mean, it was.
What you thinking? I don't know.
They could have did so much more.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I don't understand the logic with debuting Dexter Loomis on the main roster this way.
At least put a little more attention to it. Like, let us know. Like again, man, you had a.
Did the announce team even acknowledge?
Yeah, they say they look like Dexter Loomis. They're like, yeah, like.
I got my TV down a little bit.
But it was so like, well, did that look like Dexter Loomis? Like, yeah, that did. But then they went back to talking about the show. Like, it was subtle, but it could have been so much more. That you could have did so much more with that.
Yeah. Well, it looks like we got Dexter Loomis on Raw. You wouldn't know it, but he's there now, apparently. Unofficially official, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Well, we had to keep it 100. That was definitely a Vince McMahon. That was very Vinnie Macish of a good old Hunter.
Very Vinnie Macish.
Yeah, I'm not trying to nitpick, but we got to call a spade a spade. That made no sense. I don't understand.
At least
the car crash had nothing to do with anything that happened on the card that I can tell.
Yeah, that was just kind of it was like, okay, what is going on? But it's like you're not getting any like it was, I don't know, but the whole him, if whatever was going on, you would think one of the cameras would have walked up on it, so that way you got a clear picture. So it's like when they were pulling them up and pulling them back, it's like, yo, like, what did he do? Right. Like, it's like, now what did he do? So now next week we can find out what he did. Which, okay, cool, we can find out what he did. But
because the thing
that was wow. You would have thought that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I'm dumbfounded like you, because the thing is, when they showed the shot of the car crash in the back the last time when you had Control in the back, you walking up, they look, the way the camera panned on EO and Bayley, it looked like they had something to do with it. Oh, okay, cool. Then that's not since the whole text about.
But everybody ran past them, so it was like, well, okay, well, where are they going? Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
WWE.
They said
that gonna happen, and they just planting little
little
nuggets.
seeds, little nuggets in the background. They playing Easter eggs. That's okay, babe. I like that. They playing little Easter eggs. Okay, all right,
Little
okay,
Easter eggs.
all right, little Easter eggs. Okay, okay, all right. I okay. We got to see. We said we got to see.
All right,
Maybe this is something.
okay.
Maybe this is something new Triple H want to do. I don't know. It's. I
Hey,
felt that there
is
could
it
have been
gonna
a
be?
little more attention, but I kind of get it now.
Hey, is it gonna be? Is it gonna be like Jaws, where you don't really see the shark through the movie, but you know it's a shark there?
Man, well, yeah, it could be, could be, it could be, but that was wow. Like you made, I don't know, like and you only had. It's not like you don't have cameraman on the ground. Like none of them could have walked up. I just got a little closer. Like especially when you see, oh my God, it's somebody that you know got released.
Yeah.
Like you, but
And then he could
yeah.
have came, and then he could have came in with a Vince McMahon mask on.
Or he
Yeah.
could have just, or if you were going to do the whole arrest angle, you could have just had him jump AJ Styles in the ring.
Yes. Yeah, and you
He
know
could have
what?
came in and jumped Styles, and then it's like, well, we don't know who this dude is, and because we don't know that he's back,
Yeah.
he could have got arrested and pulled out. That I think that would have been cool. Like that would have been cool.
Yeah. Or do you
But
remember? Do you remember when that fan tried to attack Seth Rollins like last year? Do you remember that when he was on the stage doing his entrance?
yeah.
So you could have had Loomis crazy ass running from the police, right? Running from the police through the backstage or through the crowd or whatever. He come out during AJ Styles' entrance, catch him off guard. He attacked it like a crazy fan, attack AJ Styles. You had the police, everybody, what the hell going on? Bam, right there.
Yeah, I get, yeah. You could have did that.
Yeah.
You could have did that.
Oh,
Whatever.
it's Triple H.
Again,
It's Triple H. It's Triple H.
it's Triple H, but like I said, we got to give it a little bit of time, man. But overall, I thought the show wasn't bad. I think last week's show was a little better. Just the way that they had the matches set up, what they had on going on, and the how the way they flipped everything. I like that they brought back again, like I said, they brought back the women's championship. It's been months. We said, what are they going to do? Like, what are they going to do? Like you said earlier, that's why I said they kind of need the women's championships because you got too many women, but you don't have you need to put some of them in a tag team. Let's see who can stand out. Let's see what they can do. Because you're not going to bring in a mid-card women's championship right now. Like that don't seem feasible for y'all. So why not just have these tag teams where you can put people in groups and share the opportunity of TV time, which some people is going to get. So, I like that. The tournament next week. I'm kind of mad because I feel like if you're going to do this, especially with the story you're playing with the Asuka and the Bliss and EO and Dakota Kai, I felt like they shouldn't be fighting next in the round. I feel like they should be on the opposite sides of the tournament. You could have worked that to
especially because you're gonna do the 3-on-3 at Clash at the Castle anyway.
And that's what I was getting to. I'd rather have seen that at the Clash of the Championship and then watch Bayley fight Bianca for the championship at Clash at the Castle. I'd rather watch that than but it's a 6 moment. I'm gonna watch it because it's those 6 women. It's those 6 women. I'm gonna watch them. But you could have had the championship match there. This may lead to possibly. I'm not gonna say it could happen, but I don't want to throw this out. I don't want to disregard this. They can fuck around and have Nikki Cross and Doudrop win.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
I wouldn't be mad at that, but I'm thinking because it's Clash at the Championship, so it's like.
And they both UK talent.
Exactly, man. And they're trying to change their their image, from what they were to something a little bit more of what people, remember. Right. Like ain't no more almost. Ain't no more none of that. So now that would mean they would have to beat Bliss and Asuka. I can see that happening because I can
Yeah.
see some interference happening, which cost them the match. But I don't want to get too far ahead. But I wish that they were on the opposite ends, so it would have been a finals match
Yeah.
at the thing for the women's championships, because that would have been a good match. Io Shirai, Dakota Kai versus Asuka and Alexa Bliss. That would have been a nice little. I think that could have been a nice match. I think I have confidence in all four of those women, so I know they would have shown up and gave me a damn good match. And then if Bayley's back, to being Bayley 100%, give her a title shot against Bianca Belair and have
I'm
it
not gonna
for the
lie.
like that. You got championships, you got you add into the card.
That match, Bianca versus Bayley, that is a match I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to. One, because we ain't seen Bayley in action over a year, and two, it's fucking Bianca Belair. And then you got Bayley versus Bianca Belair. I mean, that's a matchup. That's gonna be fresh. That's gonna be cool to see. So yeah, man. Hey, bro, I'm ready. Like you said, man. Overall, Raw was serviceable.
It was a little less. I give it a solid 3.
Yeah.
It was a solid 3.
But you know what? I would say this: a 3 out of 5 Raw under Triple H is definitely a lot more watchable than a 3 out of 5 under Vince.
Well, first of all, Vince wouldn't even get you to a 3 out of 5. It'd be like a 1.5 to a 2. So, and ain't nobody gonna sit there and watch no 3 hour
depending on how
show.
many fucking camera cuts Kevin Dunn do, that should have shake up your rating a little bit.
I've noticed the change in that too. I've noticed the change in that. We don't get
20,000
all
fucking
the
camera
we
cuts.
don't get all them different camera cuts and all that shaky cam shit. Like they said, man, you see subtleties and just the little things that they're doing and how they're presenting it. And it's you see different people. I mean, Dana Brooke cut a promo and almost seemed credible for a minute until we had to remind she was the 24/7 champion. Like, oh yeah, that's right. And then when Bayley came out and said we go for championships, that matter. Yes, yes. Thank God somebody finally said it. Somebody finally said it. Don't worry, we're not gonna roll you up. I'm like, oh, that was so perfect.
But
It's time to get rid of that damn stupid thing.
this is what I like about the new gen so far. Just a couple takeaways. One, like you say, the attention to detail is there, even though that one specific situation was kind of but I ain't gonna harp on that.
Right.
Two, you can tell, man. It seems like the talent, and I'm talking about not necessarily the star talent. When I say this, they seem a little more comfortable. When I'm going out here, like, okay, I'm not a huge fan of Almost. I've gone on record and said this 1,000 times, but goddamn, this was smart. That squash match they had with Almost, it was fucking smart, because you know what? What did WWE used to do a lot back in the day when they wanted to get a big motherfucker over? Squash matches. That's how you make the motherfucker look dominant, until he builds up the repertoire to go a 15, 20-minute match there with an established guy. Okay, you want to keep him on TV? You want to try to do something with him? All right, throw him in there with a couple of fucking jobbers. That's what they fucking there for. So, I mean, it is what it is. But the thing I've noticed, I will say that I have noticed with the formatting of the shows that people, be complaining about, we're getting more wrestling. I sent you the tweet earlier. You said you're already saying that Triple H wants to turn it from sports entertainment back to a wrestling show, and you still have your hokey shit. Of course, it's pro wrestling. You always have hokey shit. That is what it is. But to see him address that and to put that out there, I thought that was cool. But the last thing was making it make sense. Like you said, Easter eggs. Like every single episode of Raw and SmackDown we've had so far since he's been announced as head of creative, what did we miss in the Attitude Era? What do we have in the Attitude Era in the days of old when we liked the wrestling? We had those moments at the end of a show, them cliffhangers, them Easter eggs, right? Because now, even though Raw was a 3 out of 5, I'm kind of curious with the way Raw ended this week. All right, what the fuck? All right, Dexter Lumis, what's going on with this? Like, why? What's up with the car? So it's like, even though some of the shit didn't make sense, it leaves you questioning. It leaves you wondering, like, okay, you know what? I'm curious. For the third week in a row, I'm actually going to turn on fucking Raw. And I'm actually going to try to watch the shit for 3 hours. When the last time we watched 3 hours of Raw consecutively? And then did a review, did a
Two,
fucking review the same night.
yeah. Yeah, hey, we had Leo messed up, man. He was thinking like, man, what universe am I in? I said, man, it's the multiverse. This the one where
Oh,
Triple H took over.
and speaking of multiverse, I know you worked. I ain't gonna hold you long. Triple H, man, he actually had a really great fucking interview with Logan Paul, man. I actually went out there and checked that out earlier. An hour or some change. And Triple H, Logan Paul was like, hey, WWE, you got the universe. But he was like, it's time to make this shit the multiverse. Would you be open to working with other people? And Triple H said straight up, like, bro, like, that's my vision. That's my goal. Yeah, I'm down to work with other companies. I'm down to work with other promotions. So with that being said, man, I'm like, all right, cool. And he talked about going back to, hiring the indie guys that they were told to cut and ban and shit, Vince didn't want the indie people. And then, of course, all that. So Triple H said the same thing, and this is really what gave me hope. He's like, dude, I'm old. I can admit I'm old. I don't know what the new or the younger fan or the younger demo want. That's why I'm encouraging my talent to be open with me, to tell me, like, every idea ain't going to get through. I'm going to tell you that now. I'm not going to accept every idea, but I want to hear from everybody. He said no idea is a bad idea because he's like, at the end of the day, I don't know what you guys want from your position. I'm older. I'm thinking about it back when I was in my day, but clearly it's a different day. So Triple H has already kind of laid down the understanding like, hey, look, man, it ain't about me. It's about me trying to give you guys the best possible product you want. And I can appreciate that as a fan.
I can too, because one, it's them. It's not them because we always knew where the final decision lied. It didn't matter what anyone thought, how they felt, or what did they wanted to do. Some people got pushed, some didn't, but we always knew where the final decision lied, and the final decision always lied with Vince. Yep. So if it wasn't something that he liked, we didn't get it, we didn't do it, they didn't get an opportunity, we got what we got. Right. Now, but seeing that for so long, Triple H can't say anything else but that. Yeah. It's almost like he's forced to have to say that because that's been the thing. I wouldn't do that. We don't need ECW back. We got enough companies doing ECW type things. We don't need ECW back. ECW was special because it was the show doing all of that no one else was doing, that really got over. It doesn't have that same luster now. Vince already kind of ruined that when he brought it back, and we got the WWE watered down version of it. He kind of already did that. I unless you just buy the CWC or whatever and just rename them ECW, I leave it alone. We don't need to bring them back. But it's refreshing to hear Triple H, but it's not also refreshing. This is why I'm happy about him taking over, is because again, we watched it in NXT. He's not just saying it now like he just realized this is what he has to do. He was doing it then. That's why people were watching NXT. That's why it was getting the love that it was getting there, because he recognized that and acknowledged it then. So I don't want people to think that, oh, Triple H is just now finally seeing the light. Nah, he been seeing the light. He been seeing it. Vince just didn't want to roll with it because it's Vince. But at the same time, he's the genius that created WWE to where it is. So it's like, dude, what more? What could you really say? What else could you say? So it's not that he just now realized it. He's always realized it, but he wants the wrestlers to know, I understand you. I realize it, and this is what we're going to do. I'm not going to tell you I understand and I hear you, and then do the total opposite, and just not putting you on, letting go people that really can contribute to the product and make it better, because they don't fit a style, they don't fit a look, they don't fit what I think that they should be. Because it's not about what the people want. We've been hearing that for so long. But the people been telling you, bro, this sucks. And you acting like you're not really listening. Every now and then you'll throw us a bone because it's like, all right, they spoke enough. Let's give them this. Let's give them this little Daniel Bryan. Let's give them this somebody. Let's give them this person.
But
then
you know,
it'll be
typical
all right.
WWE fashion, even when they give you what you asked for, they still get
They
what
don't
they
give you
want.
what you asked for. Yeah, exactly. So the fact that and that's why people have more faith in Triple H, because of what he did in NXT and what he made that be, and what he allowed those people to be. Which again, Vince is pushing half of them as their top stars but they're the indie guys. But you know, I digress. But now he's running the main roster where all of those guys wanted to get to. And honestly, they were all those people in NXT, they were the new crop coming up any damn way. So even for people, and I know we're about to get out, even for people to think that, well, Triple H is going to bring up just his NXT people. You really think about it, man. If Vince was being more fair-minded about it, a lot of these people would have been called up to the main roster anyway. If he was having somebody pay attention to NXT, which he actually did, all he had to do was talk to Hunter and say, Hunter, hey, I want your best. How do I use them? What are they best at? What's good? I need them for this, this, and this. Can they do this? Yeah, use this, this, and this. Here you go. Like, that should have been the conversation that they could have rolled with. And I don't think we would have had this problem for the last few years. But because we know what Triple H has done, we watched him produce that product. Takeovers have taken over pay-per-views. NXT took over in quality of wrestling, story, just new people that you wanted to see. And now we get to do it on the main roster. And some people say it's a downfall for AEW. I say it's a blessing, because now you don't have to think arrogantly, because you've been resting on the thinking and the laurels of Vince and how he was doing it. But you always knew when Triple H, when you was battling with NXT, y'all were battling. That was the Wednesday Night War. We loved the Wednesday Night War, man, because we knew, man, that was 4 hours of great wrestling. We're watching every Wednesday, no matter what. We watching. There's something going on. We love it. But now it's the main show. Now you bring in some credibility to the show that we already know you can't compete with. But it's going to push you, because now we want Tony to continue to keep AEW where it needs to be and what made it the show. So I love it. I love it all. I'm good. We're going to give Triple H to the Royal Rumble. Today's show was a little hit and miss, but that's all right, because next week's show, we're going to get a little bit more. We're going to see a little bit more. We're going to see a little different. We're going to see a little new. We're going to see a little bit of everything. And I can't believe I'm going to say this, man. Damn, I think I'm going to end up watching Raw 3 weeks in a row. I don't know what the hell is going on. See, it's Triple H. That's all it is. It's just dude. It's like, you're running the show. Fuck it. I'm willing to sit here and watch it, even if it's not even a mid show. It could be a mid show. I'm going to sit here and watch it. Like,
because I know
I can never say that anytime before.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I can never say that before. Not like, well, Vince got this and this happening. I'll watch it tomorrow, or I'll wait till I go to YouTube and highlight it. It wasn't even a second thought about like, nah.
Bro, I know we said this 30,000 times, but we really mean it. That's how we're gonna get out of here. But
I know we get ready to get out of here, and then we say something good, and then we can keep going. Yeah, I know. Wife and looked at me like 3 times.
I know. I don't need
4 times.
I don't need her taking out a member of the GLW, because trust me, this shit is hard to do on your own. But trust me. Have you tried doing an interview solo? This shit hurts.
It's not easy.
Hell no.
It is not easy.
To talk all quick. Like, damn, man, only 2 go to be filling in this dead air right now. All right, well, so how's the weather? But
you stupid.
No, seriously, guys. With that being said, hey, look, man, we gave y'all 35 minutes. Had to hop on here. You know, we wanted to come home, talk to the people, but really quick, man, before we get out of here, ladies, thank you once again for tuning in to a very special episode of the GOW. And you know it's special because it's a Monday night and we ain't talking about Raw. But with that being said, hey, Raw number 2 for Triple H. What y'all think? I thought it was all right. Hits, misses, sure. But it is what it is. But y'all, hey, as long as everything goes on schedule, tomorrow we have a shooting from the hip Wednesday, we got AEW Dynamite. Thursday, shit, we got something coming up. I forgot what. I don't know what the hell we got.
Intercontinental champs.
IC titles, yes, IC titles coming up. Friday, you already know we're gonna hit you with that double dose, man. With the Friday
night block party.
Of the AEW, of course, the block party. I'm gonna have some new instrumentals for y'all. We about to get ratchet. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am the 29-year-old piece of gold. I remember my birthday because I said it 3 times on my head before I spoke.
It be fucked up. You said the 29. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the 28. God damn it. I know I just said 29.
That's all that ribbo flapping.
Oh, man.
But nah, man. And as always, man, I couldn't do it without my brother, my family, my co-host.
For sure, man. Appreciate it, man. You know how we do.
Until tomorrow, man, we'll see y'all nappy-headed motherfuckers when we see. Peace.
Thug life.
Yeah. Government cheese.